اسكيد وستربل تزازو لكتل شيللا انقافانو لبل سوچ اندي سبو شيللا امامو شيللا اتبلون چلا شيللا سفيان النافدرو بفكر انقلو شيللا شنياچو بتولو ወደ ጀነት ጥላ ኢማሙ ሸልላ ጌታዬ ሸልላ ሸልላ እኔም በበኩሌ ልንገረው በደሌ ሸልላ ተለወጠ ሀሌ በመሐባው ፈላ ሸልላ ኢማሙ ሸልላ ጌታዬ ሸልላ ሸልላ አንተም እውነት አለ አብረህ ተቀምጠሃል
Tonight's going to be a really fun, or today, it's morning here, is going to be a really fun show. We have a band performing a type of Sufi chant native to Ethiopia known as Menzuma. And it is devotional music with a lot of joy and just gathering of people together and creating something wonderful. This is Sama, Sales Circuit Music and Art, and this is Menzuma Group. Thanks for being here.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على زين الوجود بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم مصباح العقول الرباني في مشكاة زيت الإنساني أضاء نورها في سماء الفؤاد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على زين الوجود بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم
That is beautiful. Okay, welcome to Sama. Endris Hassen, Salam Mohammed. Welcome, Keita Hastatu. Thanks for being here. Endris, thank you for that beautiful piece. Tell me, how's life? First of all, let's be human beings about this thing.
COVID's pretty tough.
Yeah.
A lot of people are dying. It's increasing a lot.
All the hospital beds available are now gone. So for any kind of treatment, there's no hospital beds available.
I wanted to ask you, what is the intention behind the music, and what happens to the mind and the soul and the heart when you start performing it?
It's refreshing to the soul.
Okay. And what is? Can you translate the lyrics? It's a praising of Allah and the Prophet Muhammad. But can you speak a little bit more?
Yeah. So as you said, the main message is to pass on the word of God and to allow people to understand the story of Muhammad, like you said. But also, there's a feeling that when people hear this kind of music, it's a call to faith. So people who believe in Islam. When they hear this kind of music, they get also this kind of refresh, from all of the bad things that are happening. It's kind of a reminder of, through faith we can get through it.
So music is more important now than ever.
Yeah, it's very important at times like this, and it helps many people get through, just trying to, it's not just music, but music helps.
Yeah, the history of where you guys are in the Rift Valley and Wollo. But I'm curious, when is this performed often? Is it done at gatherings? Is it done during Eid? Or is it just like during the holy holidays?
Rather than the celebration of Mawlid, these songs you could hear every day, pretty much.
Okay.
Mawlid is more of a special occasion where they play even more music and it has even more significance. Mawlid values. Mawlid is the birth. Yes. The birth of Prophet Muhammad. On that day, especially, it's quite highlighted, the music and the performance. They play more this music. but honestly, it's every day. It's
Okay.
Day to day.
Perfect. Thank you.
Here.
We're going to hear a little more, and then chat a bit more. You got it to Sama, Seljuk Music and Art. Thank you.
الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على زين فلق دوراني الأحبات شجرة المحبة جناس ماروها أهل ذاك الوادي بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على زين الوجود عرج فواح شميم قلوب العاشقين تهيم تناديه غوثا مدد مدد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على زين الوجود بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على زين الوجود بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم قمر عز قد بدا حيدا سابقا نعما صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم.
Thank you so much for sharing. That is beautiful. This is an example of a Menzuma. Tell me, what languages is it presented in?
It's in Arabic. That last song was like the opening song. Is that right, Adisu?
Yes, that's right, and it's passed down from their parents. So from the generation to generation, you would hear this Menzuma, and this particular song Ramsa would be an opening song.
Okay. How is it differentiated? How is Menzuma different from music? Is it prayer?
So just to say one thing, we'd rather not this kind of this kind of sounds not be called music, but rather Menzuma, because it has a much higher importance, not just for the faithful, but also culturally. In Ethiopia, it wasn't so easy to gather in groups and to sing these things. So when their elders would somehow come together and perform these things, it was almost like a rebel, like something that they were not supposed to be doing, and they were able to do it because they came together in their small groups and did it. So the name Menzuma means more, and when you just say it's music or world music, it kind of loses its meaning.
Okay. Why were they not allowed to come together and do this?
So over time they had to talk with the royalty or the kind of nobles in the area and ask for permission to have a small space where they could sing. But it just by performing it out loud, it was not allowed back in the days because Islam was not so prevalent in Ethiopia at the time. Mm-hmm. So for them.
When was this?
Maybe we're talking 250, 300 years ago.
Okay.
But it's still an issue in Ethiopia, because Ethiopia proclaims itself to be this kind of Orthodox Christian country, but really it's not just a Christian country. It's actually half a Muslim country now. So it took quite some time for their music to their Menzuma to kind of be accepted here.
Okay.
So that's why we don't call it music, we call it.
Perfect. Okay, let's go to the next piece, and then we're going to find out a little bit about Wollo.
مرشد الأنام في الدوام رة شهودي في المقام اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا أول فعل سلام لسلام داعي كل خلقي للإسلام اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا يجكاني سرا يقرب براس ينبه يتاعي اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Strange little editing at the end, but hey, we're under COVID. Tell me a little bit about what's going on and in the setting. What's going on in with the cut grass? With it looks like incense. It looks like coffee or tea. Tell me about the setup.
It's a special event, so you have to make the event very beautiful and very somehow welcoming. So it should have a nice smell, a nice look, and have good coffee. It's a comfort, just to also add to the atmosphere.
At what age do the boys in the band start performing?
I think the only new thing that happens with Menzuma is that the boys and the girls sing separately, right? At separate places. But honestly, the age that they're allowed to sing is when they can sing. So there was no age restriction to say who can and who cannot because of age. But girls and boys would sing separately.
So the girls have a separate way of doing this. Is it the same sounds? Is it the same prayers?
Difference between boys and girls? No. They all sing the same lyrics. But because Ethiopia is such a wide country and we have so many different languages, the language might change depending on where you are in the country.
Okay.
But between men and women, no. They sing the same song.
Okay, so it's regional. So is it regional in a context of the different cities will have a particular kind of way of doing this, or is it the same however it's done? Because there's the holy city of Harar. Is it different there, or than it would be in Wollo, than it would be in Addis, or is it all the same?
So the origins of Menzuma would be from Wollo. And everybody who would come all the way to Wello just to learn these songs and then take them back into the regions. Ethiopia is a very big country, 110 million plus people, 72 different languages and even more dialects. So people would, in the beginning, come first because Menzuma started in Wollo. They'd come and learn it in Wollo, bring it back to their villages, and then over time would adapt the songs into their own local dialect and language.
Okay.
And then from there, it was allowed to spread again, and then spread to the different regions, but everybody had to come first and get their permission that they could take this song.
Perfect, thank you. Let's continue with the music, please, and thank you, Endris and Suleya, for being here on Sama.
ኢማም ሆኖ አሰገደ በቤተል መቅደስ ደግሞም ወደ ሰማይ ሙንታሃ ድረስ ከጅብሪል ጋር ሆኖ ሄደ ገሰገሰ መለኮች ጀመሩ እሱም አወደሰ ከአላህ ጋር መጅሊስ ለረፍረፍ አስቀመጠው አርሹን ያረጋገጠው ሰለላሁ ዐለይሂ ወሰለም አደረገ ቢንቀጠቀጥ ልቡ አታህያቱ ሊላህ ለኩል ረቡ አሰላም አለይካ አዩሃል ሙሂቡ ብሎ ቢለው አላህ መለሰው ጀዋቡን ለኔም ለጣሊቡ ለእስልምና ሩጠው አርሹን ያረጋገጠው ሰለላሁ ዐለይሂ ወሰለም
Oh, that was gorgeous. That is so intoxicating. Do you tour, like once you could? Is this something that can be, do you play in other Muslim countries? Is this something that can, or is it just in your homes in Ethiopia? Is this something which is very regional? Because I love it and I could definitely see it, and especially in other Muslim countries where it's just like, this is a really beautiful example of prayer and devotion.
It's uniquely Ethiopian Menzuma sound, and if there was an opportunity, and now of course it's quite difficult to travel, but if there was an opportunity, they'd be more than happy to travel and share this music because it also belongs not just to Ethiopia, but it can be shared with the whole world.
Okay, Perfect. What is the relationship like between the Christians and Muslims? I don't want to get political with this right now, and maybe some of the other peoples around. Like, how is the cultural exchange, and how is that working right now?
Ethiopia is a very old country. We have old religions, old traditions. I think back in the days there was not such a following of Islam 300-400 years ago, but it grew, and now we're not ruled by religious leaders or emperors or people who dictate what the faith should be. We're a secular nation, and honestly, it would be hard for me to even think about a country where so many diverse faiths can coexist so harmoniously, so peacefully, and so interconnected that we cannot even imagine Ethiopia without all of our faiths. So Islam, is it, or Orthodox, or Protestant, or whatever it is, Jewish even, because Ethiopia also has a Jewish background. We have all faiths here, and we really rely on each other, not just accept each other, but we depend on each other.
As we all go through this particular time, and we here at Sama have discovered that this type of art, this type of prayer really helps people throughout the entire world, obviously, but being there right now, going through COVID even more intensely, and having this work to lean on, and also, being called upon to share it. What can they offer from their perspectives right now?
We really appreciate you guys bringing this Menzuma to the larger public, and we would be very happy to inform and discuss with you or anyone online or anyone hearing this. Please get in touch with us. We would like to share more with you. If you have any questions, we're very, very happy, and thank you very much, Derek. This was a great opportunity, and we haven't even touched the surface about Menzuma today, just a little bit, so there's a lot more to discuss, and we hope we have the opportunity again.
Thank you so much. I look forward to welcoming you here. We need to be able to experience this firsthand, get close to each other once we're through the pandemic, obviously, but this is needed more than ever, and as we all hope for a better future, not just for ourselves but all of us on this globe, this type of presentation, of prayer, of performance is wonderful. So thank you for sharing it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I want to thank Keita, I want to thank Dagmara, I want to thank John, I want to thank Christine. Everybody helps Sama happen. Thank you, one and all, for being here. And be safe, please. Wear a mask, and look forward to seeing you one day. Either we'll be there, which we will, or you'll be here. Or maybe we'll meet someplace in the middle. You never know. Okay. Be well. Thank you, one and all.
ይመስላል ሲያዩ